Hey, my name's Jason Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about my personal projections on mortgage rates for 2025. Where I think they're going to end up, because there's a lot of volatility in the world at the moment. And a lot of you get frustrated in the comments on the video. You say one day interest rates are up, the next they're down, house prices are up, house prices are down. And that's true, and that has been true for probably the last year or so. You see, this channel has been running for the last 3 years, and the first 2 years it was a lot more predictable. It wasn't good. House prices were going up, that was predictable, but also interest rates were going up, and it wasn't up, down, left, right, all this stuff that we've got at the moment. So in this video I want to talk about what is going on, what have we got to consider, and where I actually personally think rates will be by the end of 2025. Now, if you're new around here, we're a property channel. We talk about house prices, we talk about interest rates, we talk about investing in property and much, much more. So why don't you subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. If you have a look around this video somewhere, we're very close to 40,000 subscribers now, so do help with that. And let's get some more views on this video. How do we do that? Easy. Smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm. And then share the video, WhatsApp it, email it, or Facebook message it to one of your friends so they can understand what's going on as well. So, what a market. It is topsy-turvy, inside out, upside down. I don't disagree, and I see your comments in there, where one day I'll say asking prices are up, and then the next day I'll say nationwide I've said house prices are down. And in those videos, I'm always sharing the source on where that data comes from. It's not often my opinion, but this video, I want to give you my opinion and where I think things will be. So first off, what impacts the rate that you pay? That is something that we've got to keep an eye on, called a swap rate. Or more importantly, a SONIA swap rate. And so a SONIA swap rate is the rate that the bank that you borrow from, that they get the money at. So I'm talking about when HSBC borrow money, or NatWest, or Barclays, or Nationwide, or Virgin, they borrow from the bigger banks. And that is based off something called the swap rate. And that can be a little volatile, and it also can drop prior to the Bank of England or the Federal Reserve dropping rates. In the summer, the swap rate started to drop on the expectation that the Bank of England were going to cut rates. And then rates from lenders dropped prior to the Bank of England dropping rates. So that's one thing that we've got to keep an eye on. Next is the economy. Economy. And so there's two places we need to keep an eye on that, really. That's at home in the UK, and America being the biggest economy in the world. Now, the UK economy, the Labour government is doing their best to really not help it. I'm sure you'd agree on that. It's not going particularly well. I'm not saying it went better under the Tories. It didn't, and that's why they're out of power. But Labour isn't really doing much to stimulate the economy. You see, I've been in business since 2004, and back then, when the economy faltered, the VAT rate got dropped. At the time, it was at 17.5%, down to 15%, and that got the economy going somewhat. Again, I don't see them doing anything like that. They're talking about cutting benefits in the spring statement next week, and they're talking about cutting spending. And more than likely, you're going to get a tax increase as well. None of these things are really stimulating the economy and getting it going. So right now, the economy could contract. We could go into a recession. If that happens, then how the Bank of England normally would get us out of that is by cutting rates. So that's something to consider. Next is inflation. Now, inflation is going to rise. And it is going to rise to around 3.5% this year. And a lot of that is down to stuff that you and I can't control. It's energy costs, it's bus fares, it's train fares. It's all the stuff that we don't control the pricing on. And so it really doesn't make sense to keep the interest rate high, because the interest rate being higher is to stop us spending lots of money and rein us in a little bit. But all the stuff that's going up in price isn't anything that we can control ourselves. So it seems to me ridiculous that we're so focused on higher interest rates when it's supply side inflation. Now, I think inflation will drop off sharply. I think demand is going to drop off, meaning businesses are going to have excess inventory and potentially cut prices at some point this year in order to get that money back. And that will be part of the economy equation here. So inflation, that's one thing we've got to keep an eye on as well. Next is the stock market. And that isn't something I know loads about, if I'm honest. I do watch it and see what happens. But you can see in America, these tariffs that Donald Trump's putting on is playing real badly with the stock market. They're not liking it. If the stock market does go down significantly, the Federal Reserve are likely to cut interest rates. So that could be another factor that we've got to take into account. Next is the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve will be looking at the American economy. And if that starts to falter and slow down, which is expected to in the first quarter due to tariffs, due to mass layoffs by the American government, then you could see the Federal Reserve cutting rates. Now, in the meeting, they can't say that. They have to be poker-faced and say things are great. And really, they can't go into too much detail, because if they say the economy is going to crash, then it will crash. And that's not good. And so we've got to keep an eye on the Federal Reserve and see what happens there. And the next thing is the Trump card, Donald Trump. This is the unpredictability in the markets. Tariffs are on one day, then they're off the next day. That is going to cause potential inflation. That's going to cause trade wars. That's not good for UK business, EU businesses. And those EU businesses that could suffer from that might be someone that buys our products from the UK and buys less. A trade war is not good for anyone. If that happens, that could slow down the economy. It could cause inflation as well. So we could have stagflation in that scenario. And that's not great. So with all of this in mind, where do I see rates going? Well, the Bank of England are at 4.5% at the moment. And I believe that they will go down to 3.75%. I think there'll be 3 cuts this year. And maybe 4, but I think definitely there'll be 3 cuts this year. I reckon we'll get 1 in May, and then maybe 1 in August, and then we'll see 1 later in the year. And that's what you've got to really keep an eye on. That will probably bring down the swap rate, very, very likely. And also, I feel that rates and mortgage rates, because look, at the end of the day, you don't care what the Bank of England rate is. You care about what your rate is and what's the best rate that you can get on a mortgage. And that's determined by the SONIA swap rate. Now, what we're looking at is the first 3 months, January, February, March of this year, 500,000 properties will have been sold. In the next 9 months of the year, we're expecting 500,000 properties to be sold. That is a huge slowdown. And because of that, the SONIA swap rate will potentially become a little bit lower to give banks an incentive to cut rates and stimulate the market, as they did last year. So that's something to consider. You've also got the fact that you could see lenders cutting their margins just to get more business and get money moving. So where do I see mortgage rates going? I think the best rates that you're going to see this year, by the end of the year, are 3.5%. Not massively down on where they are now. There are some deals at 3.95%. So I think you've got about 0.5% drop in rates. Now, on a buy-to-let interest-only mortgage, that will make a big difference. On a residential mortgage, yeah, it might make £100 difference depending on how much you borrow each month. But it will help, and that will improve affordability and hopefully, maybe for 2026, stimulate the market a little bit. So that's where I feel rates are going. I think your best rate by the end of this year will be 3.5%. Those are similar to rates that we saw at the end of last summer. So potentially we could get back to that level. Let me know, where do you think rates are going? Do comment below and say hi, or just any observations or questions you've got. Do smash like, do subscribe. Check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.